Hello, welcome back to my daily Tour Divide coverage. We're now on to day 13 and the Tour Divide rumbles on. Obviously Victor took the victory yesterday in that remarkable time. But it was a good day and a half ahead of the others. So they are still out there. And Laurens ten Dam, he's still leading the charge at the moment for second. So he is in Silver City and I guess, he'll be finishing tomorrow or later today. I think Victor finished probably left a similar time. Victor was there in the afternoon, so I'd expect Laurens to be finishing probably an hour or so behind the time Victor took. Angus, he's just out of sync. I mean, we talked yesterday about Victor and about how he managed to stay in hotels all the time. He was strong enough to cover the distances, and B, he just got the timing perfect. Whereas someone like Angus, he's just ended up sleeping out the last few nights because he's just getting stuck between resupplies and hotels and places you can stay. So it just goes to show, I guess you make your own luck a bit, and Victor's strong enough to definitely cover some of those bigger gaps. And once you get out of sync, I think one storm could have been could have made it a very different scenario for Victor. But yeah, Angus, he's out in the Gila at the moment. We'll hear from him. He sent me a message. So we'll see what he's got to say about life on the divide. And then we've still got this little to and fro battle between Mikko and Xavier. They're kind of, they're to and froing. Again, I think it might just be sleep gaps and timings. But at this point on the Tour Divide, you're just kind of doing what you can do. It's not like there's going to be a massive attack for a win. It's more likely who's going to fade first in this instance. And then we've got a little group. We did see yesterday Yossi was really on a charge. And we'll look at the race flow in a minute. But he rode really late, and he looks like he might have sort of switched his kind of like sleep. Tactics and plan to be riding more at night. Could be to do with the heat. We saw a lot of 40-degree temperatures on people's Instagrams yesterday. And in the meantime, we've still got the other three. So Dries, Felix, he's had a bit of trouble. We'll come on to that soon. And Megan, they are all in Pie Town. So I imagine they're probably in... Well, Megan looks like she's in... potentially Toaster House. Not quite sure where the other two are and whether their sort of tracker is fully accurate there. But I'd imagine Toaster House is the most likely place that they'll be, seeing as it is the middle of the night and it's 2 a.m. So, the cafe and everything is going to be shut. And Yossi's still moving. So he's still moving at 2 a.m. So I think what we'll do now is just check out the race flow and just see if we can kind of figure out what Yossi's up to. So he's the green one, currently 9th. And as you can see, last night he basically rode through the night and ended up sleeping kind of at 2 p.m. till night time. Now, you can just about see it there. It's not super clear, but I suspect that he's basically sleeping through the heat of the day, which is probably a smart move. And it just means he's getting that kind of closing the gap up, and then it's opening up when the others start early, because they're all on a bit more of a traditional kind of go to bed at when it's dark and get riding before dawn kind of sort of scenario. So that's what I think is happening there. But like I said, there's still the Gila, really tough section for those guys, and I think anything can happen from that little group. And that's pretty much the top 10, and then we've got a huge gap further back. And It's amazing like how fast it has been at the start, but it's not always simple on the divide, and we'll probably come on to what could trip them up a little bit soon. Before I go any further, just say big thanks to Redshift. By now they support this. Loads of great products. Check out their website. I've got the discount as well. Thanks to those guys for making this and the podcast possible, and also Enduro Bearings again. Top quality stuff. I've got a few bike builds coming up in the next weeks. There might probably be some videos on that on my YouTube if you're kind of getting into this and want to see what else I get up to, and what I do outside of sitting in front of my computer. Maybe give us a follow or a subscribe. And I've got some bike builds coming up. Trying some bike build videos, and Enduro Bearings will definitely be featuring there. So everyone, we've kind of been through most of the route, but the big test now for a lot of these riders that we discussed is the Gila. It's just hard just sort of short, steep climbs. Well, not short, steep climbs, but definitely steep climbs. And shorter, not long kind of Colorado mountain passes, but it's just a slightly different rhythm. And it takes a bit of... it can take it out of you. So Angus is camping up here somewhere. The others are at Pie Town, so they'll be heading into that section. And then Lawrence has done the hard work now. So he is in Silver City, which is here, hopefully. Oh no, a bit further up. It's here. So yeah, Lawrence has got to just bring it home. Although it sounds like it's never simple on the Tour Divide. It sounds like the weather is starting to break a little bit. Obviously Victor had it absolutely perfect the whole way, and yeah, it's kind of, you do make your own luck in that sense. You know, if you go fast, you kind of can get ahead of the weather sometimes. Equally, you can ride into it. But it sounds like it is a bit stormy in New Mexico. So I think with that, let's hear from Angus, because he gives us a little bit of an insight as to what's going down out there. So yeah, this is Angus. So let's hear what he's got to say.
Hey Josh, how are things? Just a quick update from me. Probably the last one you'll get from me. Just riding through the Gila at the moment. It's been a great day. Started off getting into Pie Town just as the cafe was opening. Got myself some delicious pie, some pancakes, and some biscuits and gravy. And then the next bit along there was a bit of a slog. We did actually get a bit of rain, and the headwind was pretty strong, so it was pretty tough at times. Just about managed to avoid any proper sticky mud. Like, I think if it was much, like, if it rained for like another half an hour, it might have built up, but I think I got away with it. Hopefully everyone else did as well. So the plan for tonight is to just keep going. I'll probably get like a 2-hour sleep at some point. I'm hoping I can make it to Silver City first. Then get a bit of a resupply there, but we'll see. That's still quite a long way away because it's very hilly terrain between now and then. Anyway, things are good. I'm going to get this thing done. All right, ciao.
So yeah, so that's Angus, and as you said, the weather is kind of breaking, and it's quite a lot of off-road in New Mexico, and even though it is a desert, obviously it can rain, and it tends to be kind of storms that come in. And yeah, it can turn to peanut butter, and we've seen it in the last couple of years, and not last year with Robin, but previous years, like Ulrich and Justina's both got mud in this area. I think Ulrich got stuck for like 6-7 hours, just had to stop, nothing you could do. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't come to that. But yeah, it's definitely something to look out for, and it's something that can happen on the Tour Divide. So it's never done till it's done on the Tour Divide. So yeah, now we're going to hear from Megan. She sent me a little message as well. So yeah, let's see what Megan's got to say.
Outside for the text. It's a little stormy right now. Yeah, beautiful day, but pretty wild thunder and wind came in on the way over here. Nearly took me out, but it passed quickly. And headed towards the Gila. It's definitely brewing something. So yeah, fingers crossed. It's not too messy. This is an FYI one for Josh. Felix got bit by a dog this morning coming down off Poldo Mesa. I saw him outside the Circle K talking to a police officer who said that they don't have rabies in this area, but he recommended he get it checked out. So I think he went to the urgent care center in Grants, and that's where he is right now as of 7:32 p.m. So he was not too stoked. He had that run-in with the sheepdog the night before. So, yeah. Anyways, hopefully he can get it checked out and get back out there.
So yes, that's Megan, and as you can see, it's Weather Watch with the Tour Divide riders at the moment. So it's stormy in New Mexico. So it looks like it could go either way, whether they get any peanut butter mud. And yeah, Felix, he posted on his stories. So I've got it up here. Had a little fight with the dog. It's dog watch and weather watch. So sounds like it's only a little kind of bite, but you've got to be careful with these things. So he was in Grant, so probably would have lost a couple of hours, I'd imagine, with all that kind of faff around. So yeah, So yeah, he just makes a note here. Went to Grant's, as Megan said, and looks like he's all right. So that's good. But yeah, it's pretty wild. And there's a much friendlier dog. So pretty much it. Just dressed up, keeping the dirt out, and it's only going to be a couple of days, so hopefully be okay. And this is what the weather looks like in New Mexico. You can see it coming, and you can brace for it. I think Robin got hit by similar storms last year, and Tour Divide is never over until it's over. So that's Felix, and of course he's still on for that single speed record. And then I've got a little thing from Xavier. You have to excuse my Spanish; it's not very good, but there's still some good stuff we can take from this. So yeah, there's the classic. You know, the standards get pretty low by this point in the Tour Divide. So sitting on the curve side, eating your dinner is a pretty standard thing. And I'm sure if you've been bikepacking or racing before, you know how it goes. And yeah, the dog run. By this point, they'd probably already had a nice snack on Felix, so they weren't so hungry. But yep, there's the dogs, and that's New Mexico.
New Mexico. No. Que vaina, colapsó mi rodilla.
And that's a nice hike. So that is that's Xavier, and yeah, it's still the Tour Divide is still Tour Dividing. Weather, dogs, all of that stuff. It's never over till it's over. And that's my update for today. I think tomorrow we should probably have Lawrence should be finished, potentially Angus by the time I record. I look forward to joining you all tomorrow. And thanks for watching. See you then.